Happy Friday, everybody. We've almost made it to the weekend. It's the last day of the work week. It's the last day of the month. It's the 31st day of January, 2020. I'm Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley Friday edition. Yeah, we like Fridays around here. If you had to take all the days of the week and you had to rank them, you would have to put Friday in the top 7. You'd have to. You really would. Good stuff for you today. We got a windy and mild forecast coming your way, especially tomorrow with some significant rain in the mountain passes. That's on the way. A lot of news to get to as well. It's been a busy news week, really, for the news team, so kudos to them. They work hard to endeavor to put together a newscast for you, and we'll have some news for you this morning as well. Lots of sports, including highlights from both the ladies and the men, the grapplers on the mats. At Wenatchee High School last night, the Wildcats and the Panthers did battle the last match of the regular season. We got highlights. Our cameras were there. And we'll talk all things sports. Apparently there's some sort of football game on Sunday, and get you the details on that. Mike Minotti has got an opinion, got some celebrity birthdays, the obscure holiday, today in history. Weekend events with Megan McPherson coming up, and also in the back half of the hour, it's Laris and Ann Appleby from the Pybus Public Market. We visit them once a month and find out what's happening at Pybus, and we love going down to Pybus anyway. It's just so darn fun. You'll see that conversation in the back half of the hour. We got a lot of things to get to. Let's not waste any more time. A couple minutes after the hour, let's do it. Let's take our tour around north central Washington with our Valley View cameras. A gorgeous view this morning from the cross camera. 9 hours and 33 minutes of daylight today, kids. Yeah, we hit a milestone today. Sunrise this morning, 7:28. Sunset, 5:01. Isn't that cool? I like that. And if it seems like it's been a wet January, it has been. From the National Weather Service, they told me this. Of the 30 days so far in the books, and we are going to get a little bit of rain today, we've had 19 of those 30 days. We've had measurable precipitation of one kind or another, be it snow or rain. That's a lot, even for January. It really is. So there's a beautiful view from the Wenatchee Valley, as it looks like the low clouds are kind of blocking the sunny slope and the Badger Mountain and the Birch Mountain areas, but not bad at all. It's going to rain today, by the way, for the most part, with some sun breaks, too. Kind of a little bit of both, but very warm. We're going to be a good 10, 11 degrees warmer than we were yesterday. We hit 36 on Thursday. Camera number 2. Megan says, hey, Omi Gardens looks good to me, and it looks good to me. That's a really cool view. Look how blue that is, that cobalt blue, as we look down over the Wenatchee Valley and the Stimmill Complex. I mentioned this before. These two cameras, the camera that you just saw, the one we call the cross camera, and this one, the Omi Gardens camera, they're roughly about the same elevation. Omi Gardens camera, perhaps just a few feet below as far as above sea level, but they're kind of opposite of each other. So we get to look to the north, and then we get to look to the south from about the same elevation on this Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. Camera number 3. Oh, hello to, I think I know this. Don't tell me, Megan. Stamen Flats. Yay! Stamen Flats. On your way up to Chelan, of course, Stamen Flats was named after the legendary billiard player Minnesota Stamen. Good view there of the mighty Columbia River and most of Douglas County kind of creeping in there. Good stuff there. Camera number 4. It's a slow dissolve, and I believe we're up to Lake Wenatchee again, are we not? And it looks like it's the Coles Corner camera up there in Nonapac Ridge. It looks like it's raining just a little bit, according to that lens. So what we need somebody who lives in that area to go ahead and, climb up the tower with a towel and wipe that off. Please don't do that. Good morning to our friends in the Lake Wenatchee area. And they've had quite a bit of snow. They always get, of course, quite a bit of snow, but they've had quite a bit of snow in the Lake Wenatchee area, more than normal this winter. It's been a good winter for us because we've had just a couple of little snow things here and there, and all the snow has been relegated to the mountains, and I'm all for that. The sooner we can open the golf courses, the happier your favorite local TV host will be. So that's our tour around the valley, courtesy of Localtel's Sky-Fi high-speed wireless setup, and you know what that means by now. You can get screaming fast internet right to your house. Don't need fiber. Give Localtel a call at 888-8888, and they'll let you know if you qualify. All right. Got a slide to show you from the National Weather Service. It is going to be windy on Saturday, quite windy at times. In fact, for most of eastern Washington, as you see there in the lower right-hand corner, there is a high wind watch, as a matter of fact. So it's going to be very blustery for most of eastern Washington. But as you can see, we're not in that group, although it is going to be windy at times. Now, these are gusts we're talking about. in the Wenatchee Valley, about 20 to 25 miles an hour. Most of the sustained winds will be more like along 15 miles an hour. It's going to be windy from about 10 a.m. Saturday morning till about 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, with the peak wind gusts right around the noon hour on Saturday, and we'll have some rain associated with that as well. So there you go, batten down the hatches, especially on the Columbia Basin and towards the Lilac City of Spokane. Not as windy here in the Wenatchee Valley, but the Waterville Plateau, you'll get bluffered around, just a little bit. Bluffered, I think I just made up a word. Sounds like a detergent. Yes, I use bluffered. Now with lemon fresh borax. All right, from Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, they give your home a hug. Hey, here's your forecast from the National Weather Service. Going to get a little bit of light rain today. We've had a couple of drizzles overnight. We're going to see rain off and on basically before 11 o'clock, and then we'll have some sun breaks later on this afternoon. And look at our high, 47 degrees. We only got to 36 yesterday, so this is the big warm-up we've been talking about most of this week. Slight chance of light rain tonight, mostly just cloudy. I wouldn't bet on any kind of precipitation. Overnight low of about 38. Saturday is an interesting day. We're going to get some rain, most of it in the morning. We'll have some sunshine, too. You go, wait a minute, how can that happen? Well, it can. So we're going to have rain and sun and wind, sustained winds out of the southwest, about 10 to 14 miles an hour, as I mentioned before, during the noon hour. We could see gusts at 20 to 25 miles an hour, and another mild one, high of 48 on Saturday. Saturday night, the snow level will start out at 1,400 feet. It's going to go all the way down to 600 feet, but we're not expecting any snow because the system that's going to come in Saturday is going to peter itself out by Saturday night. We'll dip down to 25. For Sunday, lots of sunshine. Temperature just about normal, right around 36. In fact, the temperatures go back to normal for early February on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and then we warm right back up again on Wednesday and Thursday. A friendly reminder, by the way, Sunday is Groundhog's Day. Yeah, when they pull Puxatawny Phil out of his hole in the ground in Pennsylvania, and I don't know. It's a better movie than it is a holiday, I guess, but I thought I'd mention that Sunday, Groundhog Day. All right, so there you go. There's your forecast. Let's take you up to the major mountain passes. Right now, things are pretty quiet, pretty wet, but it's all coming down in the form of rain. That's a live shot of I-90. It is raining cats and dogs up there, we're told. So the big problem, as you might imagine, is standing water. You want to avoid hydroplaning on I-90. No advisories, no restrictions, but make sure your windshield wipers are in good shape because you're going to get a workout if you're traveling on Snoqualmie Pass. Same deal with Stevens. This is a live shot of Stevens. It's also raining. It's also raining up there, but not nearly as hard as it is on I-90. And they have a traction tire advisory because there's still some patches of ice on Stevens Pass. By the way, it's nearly 40 degrees at the summit of Stevens Pass. It's 40 degrees right now at the summit of Blewett Pass. So it's about 10 degrees warmer at 4,000 feet than it is down here in the Wenatchee Valley. Right now on Blewett Pass, let's do a live shot of that. No advisories, no restrictions. The roadway is bare and wet. It is not raining on Blewett Pass. Gonna rain all day today. It's gonna be windy all day today. So if you drive a high profile rig on any of the major mountain passes, be it Snoqualmie, Stevens, or Blewett, you're gonna get buffered around. They're talking about 1 to 2 inches of rain in the mountain passes today. So they also have a flood watch because this water's got to go someplace. So all through the course of the day today, it is going to rain, and all through the course of the night tonight, it is going to rain. It's also going to be windy tonight as well, with an overnight low of about 37 degrees. So rain today, rain tonight in the mountain passes, rain tomorrow morning, then it switches over to snow tomorrow afternoon for the Cascades, a couple of inches of snow expected by the time we get to Saturday afternoon. Saturday night, 1 to 3 inches of snow, and then they're done with any kind of snow. It looks like, anyway, for the mountain passes. The snowiest drive will be Saturday night into early Sunday morning. For the most part, you're going to be dealing with heavy rain in the Cascades. It's going to be very mild up there as well. It is a little after 9 minutes after the hour. Going to take a break and come back with your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
My name is Lacey Haggerty, and I am a nurse midwife with Columbia Valley Community Health. I love all aspects of my job because it is a profession that's very committed to empowering women to make decisions in their health care that feel best for them. It's incredibly valuable to me as a midwife that I get to take care of women throughout their whole lifespan. I hope to see you at a future visit because I know you'll love having midwifery care.
Hi, My name is Jim Heinlein, independent agent and owner at Springwater Insurance Group, formerly known as Senior Insurance Services. And we recently decided to make that name change because we're offering so many different other types of insurances in addition to Medicare education and enrollment like we've been doing for 15 years. So if you have questions about Medicare or any other forms of insurances, give us a call at Springwater Insurance Group, 888-2600, or visit us at any of our 5 locations.
A little cloudy, a little misty, 32 degrees at 12 minutes after the hour. We're going to have some rain and some sunshine. Highs in the upper 40s, quite a bit of rain on Saturday, and then sunshine and breezy as well at times on Saturday, and then sunshine and cool temperatures for Sunday. Here's what's making headlines. A Wenatchee man is jailed after allegedly threatening fellow house guests with a BB pistol and attacking them with a club. 41-year-old William McClellan Davis allegedly came to a home on Walker Avenue. This was early Wednesday, where some of his friends lived, apparently. He refused to leave when the party broke up about 8:45 on Wednesday morning. So witnesses told Wenatchee police that Davis brandished a realistic-looking BB pistol and swung a wooden baton. He injured 2 people when he did that. Police say they'll seek 2 charges against Davis of second-degree assault. Well, a former Leavenworth nursing home employee is charged with assault and drug possession after allegedly licking fentanyl patches that had been applied to a memory care patient. Denise Janine Cheever, 57 years old, worked as a night shift nurse at Mountain Meadows until her firing last November. Chelan County Sheriff's detectives say her fellow workers reported she had tampered with medication intended for patients, and video surveillance allegedly showed Cheever licking a fentanyl patch she removed from a comatose patient. Fentanyl, of course, is a powerful and highly addictive painkiller that's used in palliative care. Cheever faces arraignment on February 12th. She is currently out of jail on her own recognizance. 3 Yakima men have now been charged in a dramatic campsite robbery that took place last fall. Garrett Reel, Zachary J. Sands, and Joseph Lacey allegedly acted as accomplices last September to Kai Shelton and Becca Rosenberg. That's the couple charged with stealing 2 portable generators from a campsite and then struggling with the campers when they returned and discovered the theft. One of the men, 19-year-old Joseph Lacey, was run over and injured by the getaway car. Shelton and Rosenberg, whose daughter Rayana was rescued from a frozen Rock Island pond last February, they were on the lam for 3 weeks before they were arrested near Moxie. Rael and Lacey are currently in jail in Yakima. Sands is serving a 3-year prison sentence for unlawful firearm possession. All 3 are charged in Douglas County with second-degree assault, robbery, and theft. Well, Wenatchee Valley College faculty members say their dissatisfaction with college president Jim Richardson continues after the Board of Trustees recently dismissed their allegations of fiscal mismanagement. A projected $1 million budget shortfall is forecast for the upcoming year. President Richardson attributed the crisis to lower than expected student enrollment numbers, the resulting layoff of 21 non-faculty employees, and forced furlough days for some teaching staff members led to a vote of no confidence against the president by Wenatchee Valley College's faculty union.
In my opinion, this budget crisis just simply pushed the college off the edge after years of fiscal mismanagement.
In a recent In Focus interview with special correspondent Steve Hare, Union President Patrick Tracy shared his concerns over the president and the trustees' handling of the budget. The union claims that there were warning signs of future money woes that were simply ignored.
And there's been an 11% decrease between 2010 and 2019. Now, at the same time, there's been a 24% increase in hiring. So student FTEs basically are the income of the college. So you have a 10-year decrease in income with a 10-year increase in spending. And right now, 86% of the college's budget goes towards salaries and benefits. So even the college administration admits that that's just unsustainable. It needs to be down around 82%. So, I mean, who's making the decision to drive that up to 86%? Is it, I mean, for me, it's the president, and the president gets signed off by the Board of Trustees. So those two, I mean, the president and that body are responsible for this situation.
Now, the faculty union also alleges that the college has failed to maintain its budget reserves, which they claim led to the current crisis. Now, college trustees, of course, have stated their support of President Richardson and have rejected the union's request for his ouster. And finally, of course, we wrap up our Friday morning news with what's going on this weekend. I don't know. Megan does. It's weekend events.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. Kashmere High School Drama Department presents Shrek the Musical, which is being performed now through Saturday at 7 p.m. at the Kashmere Middle School Auditorium. Tickets are $14 for adults and $8 for students and senior citizens and may be purchased at the Kashmere High School office or at the door. Leavenworth National Fish Hatchery snowshoe tours with Wenatchee River Institute are taking place this Friday at 1 p.m. and Saturday at 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Join area naturalist guides on a 1-mile snowshoe trail along beautiful Icicle Creek, learning about native wildlife and ecology along the way. All skill levels are welcome with snowshoes, gaiters, and poles provided. Register online. This Friday at 7:30 p.m., the expansive Numerica Pack stage is turned into an intimate, energetic black box concert experience featuring Down North. Down North is a soul punk band based in Seattle. They have had their music featured on MTV's Real World and have performed at Bumbershoot and SXSW. Get your tickets at numericapack.org. And finally, the Methow Valley Chamber Music Festival is pleased to present Winter Strings, an evening of rich traditional chamber music this Saturday at the Merck Playhouse in Twisp. Reserve your tickets online at methowmusicfestival.org. For more information on this weekend's events and others, visit the community calendar at ncwlife.com.
Thank you, Megan. As always, we appreciate your efforts. Don't forget, wherever you go this weekend, take us along. We're portable. We stream all the time. So wherever we're broadcasting on your local cable outlet or over the air, you can also watch it by going to our website. The live stream is right there. Click on it. Whatever we're broadcasting, you can watch as you're out and about this weekend. The news crew will be back at it again for another newscast to come your way at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. As I mentioned before, it's been a very busy week around the news department with a preview of tonight's news. Here's the anchor, Grant Olson.
Good morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, we'll talk to Apple Blossom Festival Administrator Darcy Christofferson about the upcoming royalty selection pageant. I'll have your unseasonably warm North Central Washington weather forecast, and Eric Granstrom will be in with highlights of last night's wrestling match between Wenatchee and Eastmont. That and all the day's news coming up tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Dan?
Absolutely. Fill your head full of the information you need to get your weekend going with Grant and Eric at 5, 6, and 10. And we'd love to hear from you, our viewers. Take a look at the bottom of your screen. That's all the tools that we make available for you. You can go to our Facebook page and drop us a line there via Facebook Messenger. You can also go to our website at ncwlife.com. At the very top of the screen, you'll see the Contact Us icon on our website. Click it, form pops up, fill out the form, send it our way. You can pick up the telephone and give us a call, or you can send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk in Gonzaga basketball, more college basketball. We got high school basketball, we got wrestling, we got bowling, and a football game of some kind is coming up as well. Sports is 1 minute away. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
It's going on 4 decades of doing business in the Wenatchee Valley. And I want people to know that it matters. It matters to me that people choose to do business with us. It matters that people trust us, trust us. That matters more than anything.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning has been proudly serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 35 years. And just as Dick's has been there for you, they have also been an essential part of our community, supporting local youth sports all year long and your Wenatchee Wild.
Thanks for your support.
Thanks, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, for all your support. Thank you.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your local, independent, trained comfort specialist. Call 884-6444 today.
Back at it, 20 minutes after the hour on this Friday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley Sports. Philip Petrusev scored a career-high 31 points, and that's good because he plays for Gonzaga. Make it 14 in a row for the Zags. They beat Santa Clara last night, the final 87-72. Bulldogs remain unbeaten in West Coast Conference play. They're 22-1 overall. A costly win, though. Killian Tilly left the game with a left ankle sprain. Sounds pretty serious. The Huskies had just one field goal in the final 6.5 minutes. They lost to Arizona in Seattle 75-72. The Huskies just can't seem to close out basketball games. And Jared Lucas scored 27 points off the bench to lead Central Washington to a nice victory over Simon Fraser. Women's college basketball in Spokane. Number 12 Gonzaga beat San Diego 57-24. Jessie Laura led the Bulldogs with 14 points. Melody Kempton, 13 off the bench. Coming up on the women's schedule tonight, Washington will host number 6 Stanford at 7. Cal is at Washington State. Tomorrow, number 12 Gonzaga will host BYU. You got Eastern welcoming Sacramento State, and then you got Montana State Billings at Central Washington. And on Sunday, number 6 Stanford travels to Washington State, and Washington will host California. Men's college basketball tomorrow. Number 2 Gonzaga is at San Francisco. Washington State will host Arizona. Eastern Washington is at Sacramento State. Central Washington will host Western. And at 7:30, you got Arizona State and Washington on the Pac-12 network. The rivalry match last night between Eastmont and Wenatchee lost some of their luster. They had key injuries to both the Wildcats and the Panthers, but it was entertaining. Nevertheless, the Panthers come up on top over the Wildcats in boys wrestling, 48-31. 10 total pins combined on the night, starting right out of the gate with the very first match, 182 pounds between Eastmont's Luke Harrison and Wenatchee's Orlando Rodriguez, the handsome and talented Eric Granstrom, and the even more handsome and more talented Dave Granstrom had the call.
At Wenatchee High School under the lights here tonight. And a beautiful move. And going right to the back is Rodriguez to Harrison. Harrison with the mighty arch. And he spins. And careful.
Oh.
Beautiful move. On top by Rodriguez.
And a fantastic counter.
How about that? We've got a 2 takedown, a 3 near fall. We'll see what Luke Harrison can do from the top position. They're going to give 1 point to Rodriguez, and he just forces his way over on the 2-point reversal, going for the pin, and that's going to do it.
Well, he engineered an old-fashioned sit-out and turned in and took him.
Bronza looked maybe like he's going to go for a cradle here as he reaches back, steps through the leg, pinning possible move here, but he doesn't have the head or the shoulders. That's strength right there. 1:01 left in
he
the
reversed
round.
it to a half.
He got the half and a pin. Airman did a good job of reaching up with that hand and fighting. And now crowding his Airman. Oliveras getting out of sorts. A 2-point reversal. Looking for the pin. He got it. How about that?
Wow, there you go. Once again, one mistake. That's all you get when you weigh 285 pounds.
Shot by Miller. Has the single leg. The counter by Jimenez. Got the cross face. Trying to get his left leg
he's
free.
got him cradled.
And he got him cradled up and going to take him to his back. And a pin. How about that? Wow. 4:37 into the match. 30 seconds left here in round number 1. Trying to work that arm is Oscar Martinez.
Yep.
Now he's got the half in, reverse the half. He's got 20 seconds left to try to pin him. And it is a pin. 1 minute and 44 seconds into the match. Again, trying to get the half in while
Well, he's got it this time.
Holguin,
Look at this.
flipped him over. And a pin. Wow, that's just strength.
That was remarkable.
2 minutes, 55 seconds. Skylerman going to go for a near side cradle, but he's still on his base here. Got him cradled up. Now it's a matter of tipping him. Sticking his head in the side, walking. Turns him over, and pin.
If he'd have kept that, well, now he's got power half.
I said Skylerman, it's Gutzweiler. He's got the half, reverse. Now working chest to chest, looking for the pin of Apollo Mora. He gets it. 2 minutes, and make that 3 minutes and 3 seconds into the match.
Aggression to the top part, but they lost control.
Here's a tip and a pin.
Wow.
Just like that.
I didn't think he could possibly get a pin out of that.
1:44 into the match. Win by pin for Eastmont's Dominic Webb.
For the Wenatchee Panthers, they locked down third place in the Big Nine with the win. Each team hopes to be back to full strength, by the way. The Wildcats and the Panthers head down to Yakima. Districts will be at Davis next Friday and Saturday. There's the rest of your scores. Ellensburg over Quincy. Toppenish continues to roll over everybody. Chelan edged Okanagan, and the Goats got by Kashmir. Only 4 contested matches for the girls last night between Eastmont and Wenatchee. All of the contested matches were wins by pin, but forfeits ruled the night as the Wildcats beat the Panthers 48-30. Bella Andrini and Kelsey Ibarra continue their stellar seasons for the Panthers. Sheila Carena surprised Michaela Cook for the Wildcats.
She's trying to watch a full Nelson, almost there.
Ooh.
Cook is also kind of out of sorts out to the side, and there's a reversal, and a pinning move. Minute 25 left in the round, and a pin. How about that? Well, we thought it might be a mistake.
And that was a bad one.
Meanwhile, her shoulders.
I know.
She's a contortionist.
My back hurts.
Yeah. Ibarra looking for the pin here. A long way to go in round number 2, and that's going to be it. 2 minutes and 51 seconds into the match. Win by pin, Kelsey Ibarra. Again with the arm drag, and then just forcefully shoving her to her back almost here with 30 seconds left and a pin. 3 minutes and 30 seconds into the match. Win by pin for Bella Andrini.
Nice victory for the Wildcats. By the way, the Eastmont girls head to Okanagan this morning for the big Okanagan invite. That starts at 10 a.m. The Brewster, Cascade, Kashmir, and Chelan boys will be at the Okanagan invite beginning tomorrow at 10 a.m. Somebody is going to win the Big Nine District Bowling Championship before this day is over. They'll be in Yakima, the gateway to Wapato at Nob Hill Lanes. Ike will host the tournament. Starts at 11 o'clock. The Cadets win the regular season title. Wenatchee finished second. Eastmont third. A friendly reminder, only one team, whoever wins the district championship, will advance to the state tournament. Here's what we have on schedule for girls basketball tonight. Eastmont will host Moses Lake. Grant Olson will be there, but the play-by-play will have that at 6:30 right after the news here on the NCW Live channel. Also tonight, Wenatchee plays at Sunnyside, and that's a 5:45 start. Same start time for East Valley and Ephrata. Quincy at Ellensburg, Cascade at Chelan, and then Waterville-Mansfield will host Tenasket at 6. That's the ladies. For the boys tonight, Ephrata hosts East Valley. Quincy is at Ellensburg. Wenatchee travels to Sunnyside, and we will have the Eastmont and Moses Lake game from Eastmont High at 8 o'clock right here again with Grant on the call. Coming up on Saturday, we'll start out with girls basketball because it's ladies first. Ephrata will visit Quincy. It's the Battle of the Basin at 3:30. Moses Lake hosts Ike at 5:45. Eastmont at Wenatchee at 5:45. Grant and Eric will have that play-by-play live here on the NCW Live channel. Then Waterville-Mansfield is at Oroville at 6 o'clock. Boys basketball tomorrow, you got Quincy and Ephrata. Waterville-Mansfield will do battle with Oroville. Moses Lake will entertain Eisenhower, and we will have Eastmont and Wenatchee at 7:30 right here live on the NCW Live channel. We'll also carry in its entirety the Wenatchee High School Hall of Fame induction ceremony between the girls' games and the boys' game. Being enshrined, Dylan Sugg, Isaiah Brant Sims, and my good friend, Coach Jay Young. Enjoy. The Wenatchee Wild are in Trail, British Columbia, playing some more hockey. The puck drops at the Common Co Arena at 7 o'clock. Wenatchee returns home tomorrow night. They'll host Coquitlam at the Town Toyota Center. It's Guns N' Hoses night, special jerseys, auction, and of course an exhibition game at 5 o'clock between the local firefighters and police. And finally, there's a football game on Sunday. The Chiefs are a 1-point favorite against the San Francisco 49ers. Super Bowl LIV. Super Bowl 54 Sunday in Miami. They kick off at 3:30. So if you want to avoid the 29-hour pregame show and just watch the game, 3:30. There you go. Super Bowl 54 is a registered trademark of the National Football League. All rights reserved, and those are just some of the games that people are playing. The obscure holiday at the bottom of the hour, I had 4 to choose from. Today is National Bigwig Day. Today is National Inspire Your Heart with Art Day. Didn't do that one either. Today is National Hot Chocolate Day. Maybe I should have done that, but nope. I'm going to go with this one. Today is Yad Drakab Landhoton Day. That's National Backward Day, spelled backwards, yeah. Reverse your ways. Reverse your direction. Do everything opposite of what you normally do. When you leave for work or school today, go out the back door. instead of the front door. Have dinner for breakfast and have breakfast for dinner. If you come unglued when you're upset, get glued instead. Add ice cream to your chocolate. Do your work in reverse order. Say goodbye instead of hello when you greet somebody. Twiddle your pinkies, not your thumbs. There's all kinds of things you can do backwards. Write your name backwards, run the bases in baseball backwards, watch a movie backwards, read a book starting with the last page, that kind of stuff. Fun fact about backwards, Leonardo da Vinci, who was a pretty talented guy, a Renaissance man, he wrote backwards. Yeah, I kid you not. Not only did he write from right to left, but he also wrote the letters themselves backwards. There you go. Do everything backwards today on this National Backwards Day, a respected national holiday. Today in history. The most important justice in this nation's history, the Chief Justice of the United States by the name of John Marshall, was appointed to his seat on January 31st, 1801. Fourth longest serving justice ever, the longest serving Chief Justice by far. He basically invented the American legal system, for lack of a better term. Of course, the biggest thing that he ever did is he said the Supreme Court of the United States has the constitutional duty to overturn laws if they are, in fact, unconstitutional. Before John Marshall, the Supreme Court really didn't do much. It was simply assumed that if the Congress passed a bill and the president signed that bill into law, it was by definition constitutional. John Marshall said, nope, still have to pass our mustard. John Marshall, the greatest of them all, I think, in the world of justices, was appointed to his job on this day 219 years ago. A couple of Super Bowls. This is the 32nd anniversary of Super Bowl XXII in San Diego. Washington defeated Denver 42-10. The score at the end of the first quarter, Denver 10, Washington 0. The score at the end of the second quarter was Denver 10, Washington 35. Yeah. Herb Alpert performed the national anthem before the game. That's the last time the anthem was not sung. Every Super Bowl since Super Bowl 32, somebody sings the national anthem, and this tells you how much times have changed. The halftime entertainment for Super Bowl 22 was Chubby Checker. And nothing against Chubby Checker. 27 years ago today, January 31st, 1993, Super Bowl XXVII, Super Bowl 27 in Pasadena. Cowboys beat the Bills 52-7. The game was supposed to have been played in Tempe, Arizona, but if you remember correctly, back in those days, the NFL moved the game from Tempe to Pasadena because Arizona did not observe the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. And the halftime show featuring Michael Jackson had higher ratings than the game itself. There you go. Happened back in 1988. Finally, birthdays. 3 legendary baseball players were born on this date. Jack Roosevelt Robinson was born 101 years ago today. Jackie Robinson, born in the state of 1919, inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1962, died of diabetes at the tender age of only 53. Outside of only Babe Ruth, he would definitely be considered the most important baseball player of all time and one of the half dozen most important athletes in this country's history. Jackie Robinson, born in the state of 1919. Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub, let's play two. Played 18 Major League Baseball seasons, all of them with the Chicago Cubs. The great Ernie Banks, born in the state of 1931. We lost Ernie 5 years ago at the age of 83. He was the first Cub to have his uniform number retired. That's quite an honor. And yeah, he's in the Baseball Hall of Fame, class of 1977. And Nolan Ryan, 73 years old today, played 27 seasons in the major leagues, more than any other player. His last appearance ever was against the Seattle Mariners in the Kingdome. 5,714 career strikeouts. That's 839 more than anybody else. A remarkable achievement. 7 no-hitters, 12 one-hitters, 18 two-hitters. And Nolan Ryan is in the Baseball Hall of Fame class of 1999. And we want to wish a happy 39th birthday to Mr. Wonderful, Justin Timberlake. To me, he is right now the greatest all-around entertainer out there because he does it all. He can sing, he can dance, he makes people laugh, he can play musical instruments. He's Mr. Show Business. Justin Timberlake is 39 years old today. All right, Going to take a break. When we come back, Mike McNally's got an opinion. He always does. And then Megan, my producer, and I had a chance to pop down to Pybus a couple of days ago to visit with Allie and Ann, talking all things Pybus during our conversation portion of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, Friday edition on the NCW Live channel.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Wow, Wenatchee Valley, Collins Winter Clearance has begun. 30% off boots, coats, jackets, vests, sweaters, tunics, tops, selected jeans and slacks, winter scarves and gloves. All red checked items are 30% off. Lotus handbags, selected Brighton luggage and jewelry, all on sale. And your favorite brands like Joseph Ribkoff, French dressing, Tribal, Icelandic, soft boots, etc. Super service, super selection, all at Collins Fashions, where fun meets fashions in downtown Wenatchee.
People are really skeptical of our industry. They have been sold products, they have been sold policies they either don't need, don't understand, confusing. I understand that. We are more about the process and the people. Our SFG roadmap is designed to take care of all of those concerns. For those that have questions about their retirement, we would love the opportunity to sit down and chat with you.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Transform your windows with a variety of colors and styles like the Allure Transitional Window Covering by Lafayette Interior Fashions. Hi, this is Darren with Mini Blinds and More. We can install the latest and greatest in technology to open and close your blinds with only a touch of a button. From the largest windows in your home to room darkening shades for the bedroom. From stylish shades for your entertainment room to custom blinds for those hard-to-fit places. We have a solution for all of your window covering needs. We offer a variety of window coverings from Lafayette Interior Fashions. Call us today. We are Mini Blinds and More, your local blind store.
No matter what the season is, the weather is always fine at Wenatchee Valley Mall. Come explore the stores today. Wenatchee Valley Mall in East Wenatchee and online at WenatcheeValleyMall.com.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNally, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. I've been reading a book by Roman Catholic theologian Richard Rohr. Now, I have to say, I do think a lot of Rohr's questions and the theological dilemmas he faces would be clear to him if he was married, had a wife, and had kids. Okay, now no disrespect to the Roman Catholic Church, but both of the mysteries and meaning of life and questions and stuff like that they might have been made clear to me simply because I'm married and I have a family. Now, learning to live and get along with someone else, particularly as someone who is as different and wonderful as Rosie is for me, has caused me to grow and change in ways I otherwise never would have. That's pretty simple, actually. If the Roman Catholic Church would just let their priests get married and have kids, they'd understand our life a whole lot better. I mean, just like you and me. Well, that is, if you're not a Catholic priest anyway. Well, this is Mike Mad Dog McNally, and that's my opinion.
A better grip, right when you need it. The 2020 Nissan Altima has tech you can't get in a quarter Camry, like available intelligent all-wheel drive. This is instant confidence. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility.
Nissan has some of the best-selling cars and SUVs in the country, and they're all here at Town Nissan, up behind Costco in East Wenatchee.
Aaron Lindholm, the executive director at Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista in Wenatchee, gives us an overview of the campus and the services they offer.
So Colonial Vista was built back in 1968. So the great thing about our product here in Wenatchee is we really do have a continuum of care from independent living to assisted living, long-term care, rehab, and so we're really able to take care of our residents right here on campus. And we look at this as our residents' home, and we're honored to serve them in their home each and every day.
Call today for your tour.
The Cottage Inn has been a Wenatchee Valley landmark since 1940, making it one of the longest-running locally owned restaurants around. And it's better than ever. Steak, seafood, and their famous homemade desserts for dinner, wonderful lunch items, and breakfast on Sundays, all made from scratch and at an affordable price. It's no wonder the Cottage Inn has been so popular for over 75 years. Enjoy a fabulous meal today at the Cottage Inn on Easy Street in Old Station.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. I'm Dan. She's Allie. She's Ann. It's Pybus. It's South. We're here again for our monthly update with our friends at Pybus Public Market. It's where community meets. Leslie, the executive director, couldn't make it today because something more important than being on television came up. I don't know what that could be. Hi, Allie. It's good to see you again.
Hey, thanks for having us.
First of all, congratulations on the 30 under 35, 35 under 30. I forgot what the heck it was.
Thank you
were just
very
honored.
much. Yeah, that's a great honor. There was some pretty amazing young people honored this year, so I'm glad to be a part of that.
Kudos to the Wenatchee. Well, it's 35 under 30, or is it
30 under 35?
30 under 35. So Ann barely missed it because she just turned 36. So she wasn't eligible for that. Before we talk about Pybus events and all the good stuff, Ann, introduce yourself to our television family. You're new to the show. Go ahead. You got to hold your microphone up, Ann, so people can hear you. There you go.
My name is Ann Appleby, and I've been a volunteer at Pybus for about a year and a half, and I recently took over as the volunteer coordinator.
And we'll talk about that a little bit later on during our conversation. This is the one sheet that Allie printed up for me. I don't even know where to begin. maybe you should do the honors.
Sure, yeah, no problem. So first of all, we wanted to talk about some of the events we have coming up. We always have so much going on here. And so we wanted to talk about in February, we've got a couple coming up that are going to be ones that you won't want to miss. We've got the Kiwanis Kids Carnival. So this is a bunch of different Kiwanis groups from this area that come together to put on a kids carnival. So it's really fun. They have all of these different stations, and kids can go around and play carnival games, and it's free for all of them. So that's going to be February 15th. It's a Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. And again, it's free. So come on down.
And free is a great
that.
price.
Yes,
I'm no expert, but that's a really good price.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and it's something fun to do. Get out of the cold, come in and enjoy the wide open space here in Pybus. So
and let the kids make some new friends.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Empty Bowls is back. I love these folks.
Yes, they're so great.
And kudos to Pybus for hosting the Empty Bowls event, which has gotten big.
Oh, really big, yeah. So we just did it a couple weeks ago. So there was one in January, another one coming up in February, and we had a couple hundred people, decorate and paint these bowls, and it's really fun. So you can come and make a donation and paint a bowl, and then you can attend a soup feed later at Wenatchee High School. So if you want to paint a bowl, there's another painting here at Pybus on February 16th, and excuse me, come and paint a bowl, and then attend the March 14th soup dinner at the high school.
And this is a beneficiary for, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, so it's to build community and raise awareness about food insecurity and hunger.
Right.
Yep.
Because some people are just like a bad accent away from not being able to put food on the table. We don't want that to happen.
Yeah,
and it's fun to be creative to paint a bowl, too.
It is, yeah. It's really combining a really fun and artistic project, and it gives back to the community. It's a win-win.
And speaking of artistic stuff, every time I come to the Pybus where communities meet, there's always somebody down in the center aisle
with some really cool stuff that you can't find anywhere. Really
That's
neat
right.
stuff.
We've got some really good artisan vendors, really talented people. So we've kind of revamped a project that, a kind of a program that we've had in the past. And we're calling it the Artisan Day Vendors now. And so they're artisans who they're local people. They're making handmade things. They're all stuff that they've made themselves, and they're selling it here at Pybus. So we have anything from handmade chocolates to soaps and lotions to knitted hats or woodworking. There's all sorts of stuff. And so those vendors are here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you're looking for maybe gifts for Valentine's Day coming up, if you want to get someone special something really unique, come down and check out.
One of a kind items.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and that's the best. Those are the best kind of gifts.
Yes, they are.
They really
handmade
are.
From the heart.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the ambassadors program. First of all, as the coordinator, you're just the chief arm twister, Ann? Is that what you do?
That is one of the things I do. Yes, absolutely. I do the calendar each week, and if there are some gaps in it, then I do send out requests for replacement people. And we are at this time actually looking for new ambassadors. We work usually from 10 to 2 right now. It's well staffed, and we want to expand that from 2 to 4. So we're looking for people and encouraging them to contact me or Leslie at Pybus Volunteers at pybusmarket.org.
I think it's volunteer@pybusmarket.org is the email. Yes.
Volunteer at pybusmarket.org.
And so what exactly do they do? I mean, if hey, I got time on my hands, I'll volunteer. What am I expected, Ann, to be a volunteer?
There's 2 different arenas. We have an information booth in the center of the market, and we staff that with 1 or 2 people at a time. And we basically answer questions that people coming up there ask about. Where's a good place to eat in Wenatchee? What's the history of the market? What all is here? And just anything under the sun, they ask us. And we also sell Pybus bucks, which is the little round wooden coins that people can buy and use at any one of the vendors here in the market. And that
Eventing.
Oh, and the event, yes, the event is the second thing that we do. So Pybus is always holding cool events year round, and so they send out a request for volunteers to help set up, serve, pour alcohol, take down, just anything under the sun.
So you've been doing this for a while, and now you got roped into being the whole coordinator, right?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I don't know about roped in. We had a wonderful coordinator before, and she decided to step down. So I kind of eased into it by saying, okay, well, I'll do the schedule. And then I thought,
dipped her toe in a little.
yeah. And then that wasn't so bad. So I said, oh, okay, twist my arm. I'll do the whole thing. And I have loved it ever since I started.
So right now, is it 10 to 2, 7 days a week that's being staffed now, and then you
Yes.
want to expand that, which is why you need more ambassadors, right?
We do have a few longer hours on the weekends. Everything is hopping on the weekends.
Yeah.
So we do have 3 shifts on Saturday and Sunday.
Do you like it? I suppose you get to meet people from literally all over the place.
Oh, yes. It's fascinating. You just never know
Yeah.
what type of person is going to come up at the desk or what kind of emergency is going to happen. You know, we have those too. So we're just there to do our thing. And a lot of people work together, 2 people at a time. Other people prefer just to work by themselves, you know, after they've been experienced for a while. When somebody is starting, they work with my husband and I on Tuesdays, and then we kind of expand it to have them work with additional people, and then put them on their own.
What's the number one question you get asked, the number one inquiry when people go up to the booth and say, what's your number one thing?
Probably, what's the history of the market? How did it get here? What was it? You know, especially people from out of town. That's not a local question, but people visiting always wonder that. So,
And you know what? Even though it's been here for 6 years almost now, I'm trying to think, the wow factor has not gone away. Every time you walk in the doors, there was still the wow factor.
Yeah, totally.
And I can't imagine what it would be like for first timers. Yeah, you can probably spot them a mile away, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
When they walk in the
Looking up
doors
at
for the first time,
ceiling,
right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the fans. They're looking at the fans. Yeah.
So there's a little bit of training. Basically, probably sounds like the number one thing you got to learn about is the history of the Pybus market, of E.T. Pybus and how it got to build, and then how the walkers got involved and everything like that. That's pretty much, once you got that down, the rest of it sounds pretty easy.
We have some merchandise that we sell along with the Pybus bucks, and so learning how to work the iPad on the counter to you know, to accept credit cards and all that.
How to dip into the till.
Right. Yeah.
For personal gain.
And you know, where everything is and where it's kept.
Right.
Gotta watch you.
I know, I'm bad news. And you get to hang around the Pybus for 4 hours. How cool is that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And eat.
Yeah.
Lunch.
Yeah, because I do that. I mean, I hang around here all the time. I might as well volunteer. And so how many volunteers do you have now, and how many more do you need to ramp up your hours?
Well, good question. I don't have an exact count. Let's see.
The more the merrier, right?
Maybe.
Probably about 15, you think?
Between 15 and 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
that. And so maybe another 10 to 15 would be great.
Let's talk vendors real quick. Full Bloom is not going anywhere. They're just moving. They're not closing down. They're just leaving their location here at Pybus, and they're moving to downtown Wenatchee. So somebody's going to be taking their spot here. Is that correct?
That's right. So Full Bloom Flowers and Plants has been here for 6.5 years. And they've been such a great tenant, such great people to work with. They're actually, they've decided to sell their business. And so they've sold their business, and the new owners are wanting to be on the Ave so that they can have some more room, some more space to focus on maybe doing some more events and things like that. And when you do, you know, weddings and stuff like that, you really need a lot of space to spread out.
And you need storage for this.
Yes,
yeah,
space that we just don't have down here. So we're really excited to get a new tenant in there. That will be announced very, very soon. Who that is, I can't share today, but check our Facebook page, check our website. We're going to be announcing it very soon.
And there'll be the new business, which remains unnamed, will be up and running, what, 1st of March, something like that?
We're hoping March. They're going to start moving in and doing some stuff. And we don't have an open date for them yet, so stay tuned for that. But like I said, check our Facebook page, check our website, and we'll keep everyone up to date on that.
And March is also the timeline when our friends at Wenatchee Valley Brewing will be pulling up stakes and leaving that space open for a potential tenant.
That's right. So Wenatchee Valley Brewing has been here for about 4.5 years, and they are going to be moving on. And so we're hopefully going to have someone else in there here pretty quick. We still haven't nailed down who that is. We're still kind of midway into the process of trying to find a new tenant. But we're very excited to have someone new in there, and just it's always fun when we get new tenants. It's fun for people who love Pybus. They can come and explore our new shop down here, and so we're excited. We've got some exciting changes on the horizon with our tenant mix, and
and
we're absolutely
you're not going to have any problem filling that space.
No,
none whatsoever.
Yeah.
So,
anything
else on your mind while I have you here, Allie?
Just, you know, if you're interested in a volunteer opportunity in the Valley, the Ambassadors is a great program. Anne just stepped into this role, and she's amazing. Anne's a super nice person to work with, and she's done a great job so far.
What about her husband?
Oh,
I heard he can be difficult.
Oh, no, not really. He's pretty nice too. But if you're looking for an opportunity here, the Ambassador program is really nice. It's really fun. All the ambassadors have a lot of fun, especially when we all get together.
Oh, yes.
We do some wine and cheese. What is it, quarterly that we do that? That's always a really good time. You can meet people, and you know, take it from me, who's down here all the time.
Yeah.
It's such a fun place to be. So, you know, just to be out here in the public, we have music performances, we have different things going on. It's just such a fun place to be, and to come down and volunteer for a couple hours and just be around people and all of that. Speaking of that, we are also looking for a maintenance volunteer.
Okay.
We have a facilities manager who keeps up the old building.
Yeah, he does a great job too.
He does a great job.
Yeah, he does a really good job.
Make sure everything's clean. But he does have a full plate, so Occasionally we need help with projects, maintenance types of projects, so if anyone out there wants to come and volunteer and help Mike out, he would be truly appreciative. So again, if you're interested in that opportunity, email volunteer@pybusmarket.org.
And that's the same deal if you want to volunteer and join Ann's fine organization as well.
Absolutely.
And for Ann, all you need to do is have a bubbly personality and be willing to learn. That's really about it, right?
You gotta like people.
Yeah, you got to like people.
You gotta like
so, yeah, so there you go. Well, I always love visiting with you guys, as usual.
Thanks.
And once again, we want to thank South for allowing us to come up here in the balcony and disrupt what would otherwise be a normal business day with our shenanigans. And we will see you, I guess, for our March update.
That's right.
Time's flying by here.
I know, it's almost February.
What's
We've
going
got
on?
Valentine's Day coming up. This
Yeah.
is a great place to be for Valentine's Day, by the way.
Okay.
We've got some, come down and bring your sweetheart and grab some dinner. We've got some pretty amazing restaurants in here. So.
Yes, you do. In fact, as soon as we're done, we're going to break down the equipment, Megan and I, and we're going to get a bite to eat.
That's right.
Because just you walk in the door and it just overwhelms you with all
Smells
the
hit ya right away.
Yeah, it's sensory overload. Pybus Public Market is where communities meet, and it's not cosmetic. It's the real deal. It's 100% true. I every time I come here, I always run into people who I know, and it's always great. And I know Mike McKee had a great Christmas. I saw Mike on Christmas Eve. He said he moved over 300 prime ribs out of his place for Christmas.
And those prime ribs are amazing.
Oh, they really are. All the food's amazing here. And the shops and the people. It's where communities meet. That's why we come down here. And it's nice to meet you. Keep up the good work. And if I had a bubbly personality and was knowledgeable, I'd sign up in a heartbeat, but I'm not eligible. Right. And again, congratulations for that 60 under 65 award or whatever it was.
Thank you.
Allie. Allie and Ann, it's good to see you.
Thank you very
You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
If you are looking for dependable car service and repair, visit the good guys at Quick Lube and Tune. They've been keeping cars and trucks in the Wenatchee Valley running smooth for 35 years. Quick Lube and Tune is your hometown shop for a 10-minute oil change, complete tune-ups, alignments, brakes, mufflers, air conditioning service, and more. Get more life out of your vehicle by bringing it to the local guys you can trust at Quick Lube and Tune on South Wenatchee Avenue.
Boating in the Wenatchee Valley starts at Bob File Boats and Motors. One look at the new Z series of Supreme boats and you'll know you're looking at a high-performance wake surfing boat. These boats are known as the Zeus boats because riding one is like surfing a lightning bolt, embodying the mythical trinity of surf, strength, and spirit. See the Supreme boat line at Bob File Boats and Motors on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee or online at bobfile.com.
Bob File Boats and Motors, we're dealing. Bob File's gonna make you smile.
How do you know when it's time to go to Boswell's Furniture? When you know the look you love, the colors you want, but need a little design help to bring it all together. With Boswell's complimentary design service, Glenn, Buffy, and Teresa guide you until your vision becomes reality. More styles, more fabrics, and more choices of quality home furnishings fill Boswell's expansive 2-story showroom so you can see it and feel it before you buy. Come into Boswell's and explore the endless possibilities of home furnishings. Boswell's on Easy Street. It's closer than you think.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill in East Wenatchee. Highlander Grill offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner with dine-in or takeout options. Highlander Grill's friendly staff is here to serve you 7 days a week this winter. Contact Shalane, Highlander Grill's site coordinator, to schedule your corporate event or special occasion.
And we are back. Got less than a minute to go. So real quickly, your weather forecast one more time for the National Weather Service. And that's what we're looking at. Rain today in the morning, and then we get some sun breaks in the afternoon. Look at our forecast high, 47 degrees. Saturday, the big story is going to be the wind. It's also going to be rainy in the morning and some sun breaks and some wind. Pretty consistent wind out of the southwest, about 10 to 14 miles an hour. Gusts above 20 on Saturday. And then on Sunday, lots of sunshine, a high of 36, and we have typical February weather as we welcome February over the weekend. And that's about it for us. I will be on assignment next week. And so our very own Eric Grenstrom will be filling in. And all next week during the conversation portion, you'll get to meet the top 10 Royal Court candidates, all right? So providing I'm not Wally pipped, I'll see you on Monday the 10th. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.